What up? What up? What up, world? It's your boy J Star. Back again. We got the Thursday night football showdown. Y'all know I am so excited for this one. Like, come on now. It's the Packers versus the Lions. My team, the Packers, man, might be getting full offense back, man, at least weapons wise. We do have a lot of injuries to report in this game, though. So I'm gonna get into the injury side of this game. It's looking like both teams' O line is going to be very affected, man. Like, we got, let's see. So it's looking like the right guard fullback is out already for the Lions. Both left guard and left tackle is going to be out for the Packers. And also, we got an injury on the right side. I think right guard on the Packers too, who left the game. Hopefully, he's able to go though. So at least we have the right side up. But as for the Lions though, both of their two left guard and tackle is questionable. And I know last game they both was out. So we have to see, man, is if they're going to be able to play and everything like that. If they are down, oh my God, right guard is out, man. And you talking about Rashawn Gary, if the left tackle, left guard, Preston Smith, Luke Van Ness, Kenny Clark in the middle, all that stuff like that, for the defense on the Packers. Wise of, if the Packers people is out, Aiden Hutchinson, and that's kind of about it. Everybody else on their line is okay. But yeah, Aiden Hutchinson might be able to get back there for sure. So the defense, might possibly get some pressure in this game. Quarterback's probably gonna have to get the ball out pretty fast. But let's get into the way we always break this down is about the offensive personnels for these teams. So that way we can understand like where these teams want to go with the ball and who to like kind of leave out, because this is not where they really go to. And also the injuries does affect the fact that like we got Christian Washington questionable. I think he's going to be a go though. Aaron Jones I heard Dobbs already said we're going to have 33 back, so I know he should be a go. I'm more wondering is Montgomery's a go. I guess I'm really going to have to wait for that because that's a big deal. Because we're going to get right into this with the Detroit side. Detroit likes to run the ball, y'all. So they are in a lot of heavy set personnels. They don't tend to run 11 where like, a lot of teams that want to pass the ball, they run 11. They want to have all the receivers possible out there. So they got 3 receivers out there and only 1 tight end, 1 back. That's why it's 11. So, but this team tends to run. Let me check it. What's all the different personnels they like to run. They run, half the time they're going to run some 11. But the thing is they stay in the 21, the 12. So double tight end, double running backs. Even though their fullback is going to be hurt. So I wonder now, is it going to be Montgomery and Gibbs out there then if Montgomery's able to go? Because their fullback is already out. So, but they want to run the ball. They want to establish the run and open up the big plays, but the thing is their ADOT is very small. They don't really throw the ball deep down the field a lot. So when they are going to get into an 11 set or if they are in a 21, they want to set up that play action, but that means they have to establish the run first. So what that leads me to is that their best, what I want to say, captains is going to, of course, be, the running back. Period. Like if Montgomery was healthy and everything, he would possibly be a play here at captain. But right now, since we got him as questionable, I'm gonna say Gibbs is gonna be the best play. He took a boatload of the carries last time, and if somehow Montgomery is out, then we see what's gonna happen there. The only thing I do not like is how his targets went down completely. Like he just had 9. I thought he was gonna stay in that 5 to not 9, but like 5 to 6 range. So we'd like to see that. But like I said, this team wants to establish the run. So besides that, yes, they have a low ADOT. So, since their wide receiver is a slot receiver, that's the only reason why this benefits, St. Brown being in here at captain area because they throw a lot of short stuff. On his team, like I said, they're looking to set up that run, hit a big play every now and then, but at the end, if they get there at the goal line, they're gonna run the ball in, or they're gonna throw a short yard play, for a touchdown or something like that. So give St. Brown to me is the best plays here. I would also kind of lean to Laporta a little bit, but it's not a really big thing that the Packers give up. They kind of like give up a touchdown or give up maybe one big play to the tight end. So that kind of makes me lean a little bit away from saying that he's captain. He's definitely eligible as the flex though. Before that, I think the last person I would say is Goff, but the only thing I will have to just I'm gonna put Goff in here as a captain play because he definitely is one. But the only thing we do know, away he does not play as great. The touchdowns, everything comes down when he goes away. We looked at the first game, he was away 14 points. At home, though, 3 touchdowns thrown. I feel like they play a little faster, and he throws more touchdowns. He just plays a lot better. We got a thrown touchdown in this game with a rush touchdown at home. Now he goes back on the road, possibly, could see 14, points, especially if the O-line is all out, man. Like, I don't know what we're going to expect from Goff. Would more lean to these plays here. And that's probably it. But if we get Montgomery, that could help too. And I might even put Montgomery in there as well. Besides that, though, for flex plays, let's take out Goff right here. Flex plays on this team, since, like I said, they want to run. Montgomery is going to be in play then. After that, they want to throw to the tight end or throw some short yards plays, So St. Brown and Laporta. Now, for Reynolds and Khalif Raymond, these are when they finally want to take those deep shots. If they're able to establish that run, or if not, and they take a deep shot, it's going to be the Khalif Raymond and possibly Reynolds. So those are their plays. So definitely they're in play for that. The only thing is I would lean a little bit more to Khalif Raymond because not only is he in for the deep plays, but they even use him in the run. And like I said, this team wants to run, man. So if they can set up the run, they might do a reversal run play. They might do a screen play. That all benefits Raymond. Reynolds, the only thing I do like about Reynolds is if they move Reynolds in the slot, they probably go into Reynolds. They like to move Reynolds in the slot. When they put him in the slot, it's either for a big play or it's going to be for they at the goal line. They move him in the slot, they're probably throwing him for the touchdown. So they like Reynolds in the goal line area. So that's why I got to say Reynolds. After that, like I said, I want to say that both of these teams, it's a rivalry game. I always tell y'all, rivalry game, take the defense if you want to, for sure. Because you never know. Defenses play way better in the rivalry games, and they want to show up. So if you want to take a shot at the defense, go ahead. The kickers in this situation, I do not feel good about the kickers only because both of these teams, Packers and the Lions, are both top 5, and I believe it's like 2 and 3 at going for it on fourth downs. And most of the times, kickers don't do good when a team goes for it on fourth downs. Because either they getting off the field, because they didn't get it, or they got it and they're really trying to get a touchdown, So, yeah, I don't really feel too well. I mean, if you look at the numbers anyways for these kickers so far, you're looking at 8-7s, not even in the double digits. I think maybe Carlson did get double digits first game because we scored a lot. So, yeah, we scored a lot. He got 5 extra points. You see? So, yeah, and then he had one 50-yard kick. So, that's the only reason why he got there. He scored a whole lot of points. And he only got to kick one time, though, as you see. But these teams are going for it on fourth down, so the kickers I kind of lean away from. At below them, my plays here, if Montgomery isn't able to go, Reynolds, Craig Reynolds could be in play, backup running back. This team wants to run the ball. Besides that, I'm looking at Brock Wright because this team does a lot of, like I said, 12 personnel, double tight end. Also, Brock Wright might be in a little bit more. Even if they do 21, he might end up playing more like a fullback. He might be that fullback blocking. So, yeah, because of their other fullback is actually out, Kabinda, whatever. So, yeah, he's out completely. So, I can see them maybe using Brock Wright to play fullback in this game if they don't have both backs to use both of them instead, because they might, if they do, it'll be like Craig Reynolds might be in there if Montgomery's not able to go. Otherwise Montgomery and Gibbs might be in the same time. But besides that, I think that's about it, man. I would go to. There's nobody really below that, man. Like, that's really it. So we went through Detroit Lions at least. Now let's get on to the Packers side of things. For the Packers, man, they run a lot of 11 personnel. After that, they get into a little bit of 12, the double tight end with the, trying to establish, I think, the runs. I feel like, the heavy run set play, I feel like is what that is for. So, to me, of course, Aaron Jones able to go. You got to say Aaron Jones is going to be a captain play here. But they run a lot of 11 personnel. And to me, since, Christian Watson is questionable and everything, I think he is going to be healthy. He's able to go. I don't think there's nothing wrong. Our training staff is very cautious. And as you saw, like they let Dobbs play, and he was able to get his first game back from the same type of injury Christian Watson is. He had double touchdowns in that game, but he didn't play that many snaps. but he was used on the goal line where he's special. He's very special. As you see, he got the goal line touchdown in this game and still another 18 points. So he's going to be that red zone threat, and that's where they use him for. The difference is with Watson, they're going to use him for deep shot plays and stuff like that to open up the field. So he could, possibly hit, and take it to the house for a touchdown. I just don't know how, his snap counts will be still low. And plus, most teams are trying to take away big plays. So I just don't know if you're playing a lower snap count, is that a play to say that he's going to be captain viable, So that's the only thing. I can see him hitting on 1 or 2. If he hits on 2, then yeah, he probably will be able to be a captain. But if it's only 1 play, it might not be enough. So I'm not going to say he's captain because of that. Aaron Jones on the other end, I believe he's completely healthy. The Packers going to use their running backs, and they love Aaron Jones. And the reason why I love him the most is just because he's used in the past. His touchdown he got on the ground, and he got one in the passing. And his targets will probably, if he didn't get hurt in this game, you got to think he got hurt. I want to say it's like going into the 4th. So he missed probably a few extra targets he would have had. You might have saw him with 7 targets in this game. So that's what I'm thinking of. And I believe the attempts would have been more closer to a 15. So with 15 and 7, we're looking at 22 attempts and stuff like that for Aaron Jones. So I got to put him there because they definitely want to use him. Then I'm thinking Love, man. Love is looking incredible, man. I kind of, didn't go crazy at the beginning. I wanted to see, I don't want to have my expectations too high. On my quarterback here, I wanted him to play good and be good though, and he's doing really good. So I'm really happy for that. But I do feel like he's way too cheap. Like from the production that we're getting so far, like this is crazy. 96 is what they saying he would have been, and 96 again. 10,000 is what he would have been against New Orleans coming off of that. But I guess since he didn't have the greatest passing game and stuff like that, they brought him back down to $200 less. But at the end of the day, he's producing 20 plus points fantasy, and that's what we're looking for a captain. And I just can't believe he's 98 and not 10,000 something like what Goff is. And he's at home, possibly getting all his weapons back. Yeah, maybe his line is a little bit banged up and everything, but you're getting all the weapons, and he's been doing it without all the weapons, getting plus 20. I think he's probably the best captain on this whole game, really, to me. Besides the fact that, we got Gibbs playing a good running back, situation for him. But Love seems like the best captain to me in this one. Besides that, though, who was I looking at? I'm actually looking at savings here. I know Musgrave, if he was freaking having the chemistry showing the way Laporta is, Musgrave will probably definitely be in this list here. But the chemistry that I'm seeing so far is with Reed. And that would actually have to be my next best captain play, y'all. I just see Christian Watson coming back playing this game. Also, Aaron Jones coming back playing this game. And the chemistry between him and Reed, man, I think it opens up big plays for Reed, man, because of all the weapons coming back. We still got to see what Watson is going to look like, and what's going to be the chemistry between him and Love still, Dobbs is there. And I know most people will say, why not Dobbs, but I got Reed, man. I just feel like with Watson coming back, Aaron Jones coming back, it just opens up the field for Reed, man. I just feel like he gets more one-on-one coverages. He's already hit with touchdowns. He got 3 touchdowns already, or 2. My bad, 2 touchdowns already. Was they both in the same game? Am I mistaken? Yeah, both of us in the same game. So he's already shown he can do multiple touchdowns though, and that's really good. I just think he able to go off even better now that we talking about getting the full offensive weapons. They run 11. Like one of the most in the league, I believe it was. Let me see. Was it like top 10? Yeah, running 11 sets. So he's in most of the time. If he's coming out, it's Samari Torre, but he's in most of the time. And like I said, finally having a weapon, I think like Christian Watson coming back to take off the top of the defense, send double teams his way so it's not as crowded in his area. It just feels like he has so much open field to be able to go off, especially against a team like Detroit. We already saw Lockett light them up, for 20-something fantasy points from that slot area, and that's a team that's kind of loaded too, where, it takes attention away from, Lockett and things like that, because of Metcalf. Of course, JSN was also in that slot. He didn't do too well or whatever. But like I said, Reed, I feel like it's a very big part of this offense. I like him, man. I really do. I think this could be a game for him. Besides, like I said, Dobbs, of course, you could take shots because, like I said, red zone, he's there. So if you want to put him in there as a captain, go ahead. Watson, I feel like it's a wait and see. Like I said, it should be Musgrave if we just knew the chemistry was there, though. So So, but besides that, though, we looking at just other options for the flex here. Yeah, we're going to go to, say, Dobbs. Watson is able to go. He can definitely at least get us maybe 11 something points, possibly, hopefully 15. 15 probably makes him end up getting in the lineup for real. But yeah, if it's 10 or 11, we don't know for sure. It depends how ugly the game is, because 11 points can be good. If no other people, no other players behind him is getting there that high, because his price is high. So he can easily get knocked out from some of these lower plays here. And if Aaron Jones is back, I don't really know how much Dylan is going to get work. Goal line attempts, yeah, possibly there, but will it be enough for $7,000? Ending up with under 10 points. I don't know for sure. I say he can be in there, but I would kind of lean away from him more for somebody like a Musgrave, who's just in a great spot. I don't see why he doesn't have one of his best games, at least in this game. Possibly does get in the end zone for a touchdown. And as well as I already have Reed in here, so let's see anybody else that I was thinking of. If Christian Watson is back, it's going to hurt Dontavian Wicks. He's still going to be in the game because of the fact I see Watson being eased back in, possibly gets in for like 30 or so or less, snap count. So Wicks is still, and he's the only one that's been at least proven to work out. They tried Malik Heath, but he hasn't been able to catch. At least Dontavian Wicks has showed that he can score, and catch most of his targets too, and get 45 yards. So still decent, but the only thing is, like I said, the snap count is going to drop tremendously now if Watson plays. So from these 8 to 12 points, we might be looking at something like a 5 points, and for $5,000, he probably should have been in the 2,000 and under range, and then he probably would have been a better play. Besides that, I already told y'all about the kickers. Going for it on fourth down is going to kind of lean me towards maybe the defense outplays some of these kickers, but this could be a shootout, game. So if you want to take a kicker, I would kind of probably lean towards Patterson over Carlson, though. Because it seems like Packers are going for it on fourth down. I think more, maybe they don't trust Carlson as much, and I think Detroit, they do trust their kicker. They just want to score touchdowns. That's all it is. But like I said, so it lean me towards the defense. I think Packers defense is a good play with all the O-line problems, and the defensive line is all there for the Packers. So I definitely can see them getting pressure. Besides that, I can see Reed still coming out for his snaps for Torrey. So for $600, I like him. Also though, down here at $200, Degara is also in play here because the Packers run 12. When they run 12, it's Musgrave. Tucker Kraft I thought was going to be in more, but it looks like it's more Degara's in on those plays. They kind of use him as a fullback too sometimes, but he could come out that backfield sneaking out. He's done it already, I think, one of the games. And Detroit has been giving up just points, mad points to every tight end. Every team that uses multiple tight end, all tight ends have been eating. So you're talking about 6, 8, 10 points, stuff like that to every tight end. So that's why I got to say Degara down there is in a good spot at $200. So now that we went through all that, man, let's get into making this lineup here. Like I said, to me, man, best captain play here. If I'm paying up for my captain here, I'm going with Love. Gotta go with Love. I just feel like he's okay. This is really what it is too. First game, played a weak defense, went off. Played a better defense, at least I would say. What I want to say there, line I think is a little bit better. Backfield is pretty good too. AJ Terrell is not nothing to mess with. Like, he's not horrible or anything. So yeah, but still was able to hit because what you need to do was attack the slot area and the tight end, and that's what he did have. He had those players there for that, and he was able to put up another 20 points. 3 touchdowns thrown. Finally, I knew this was going to be a test. I knew this was going to be a hard game for him. I did not expect him to get over 20. His most points he got, fantasy, is against the toughest defense. Now you play a Detroit defense, and you get in weapons back. I just feel like it's just set up for, any other quarterback. We knew this was happening, and we felt like he's getting 20-something fantasy points. A good quarterback. We would be taking him right here at captain. So, got to go with Love because of that. Figuring out the weapons I'm thinking about taking. First off, I think I'm putting them with Reed. I'm going to try to already figure out, though, who I want to run back. So, running back options here, man. I'm thinking, man, I think I want Reynolds or Raymond in this lineup for one of the run backs. I know Raymond's coming off of a crazy game here. Did he run at all? I know he ran the second game. Okay, but had a lot of targets, a lot of deep targets too. 22 yards right there. Coming all his targets, ADOTs are going to be super high for him. He hits on big plays. I think that's going to be there. The only thing is, I feel like Reynolds probably gets some more targets, for shorter type plays, and maybe he hits on a touchdown. So, man, it's kind of figuring this part out, man. And the only thing is his prices went up. I feel like he should have stayed in that 5,000 range. So I probably would go with Khalif Raymond. I feel like he also, man, I want to say he's going to line up in the slot, but they do line up St. Brown so much in there. Man, I'm going to get back to that. Let me just look at this. So besides that, your safest bets here is St. Brown or Gibbs. I wonder how much does the line affect Gibbs, though. If the line is out, I'm going to take Gibbs, I think, in this one just because I know how bad the Packers are against the run. And I feel like that's a safer option to go with. And the only thing is, the line is affected. It's going to hurt them a little bit. But he does catch, and I feel like that should help him. Pass catching the Gibbs should definitely make him be able to still get his points. If Montgomery is out, I feel like I'm really good with Gibbs for sure. If Montgomery is in, I can see us hitting and missing with taking Gibbs because Montgomery can still touchdowns at the goal line. They usually go to their big back once they get into that red zone area. So that's the only thing I do feel like we could hit and miss on. I'm sure a lot of people did have Gibbs though last game and was pissed off that he got him 9 points. So, some people will be kind of mad about that. And if Montgomery plays, they will probably lean away from him. So I'm going to go with Gibbs first as my run back here. My next run back here, I'm trying to think. Do I take one of the higher options here that's, coming back, or Dobbs with the chemistry in the red zone? But just how bad the Lions have been looking against tight end, I feel like this is the game Musgrave finally has his best game. And gets a goal line touchdown, man. Gets one of these touchdowns, man. I see 2, at least maybe 3 touchdowns thrown for Love, man. If he doesn't rush in one, I see 2 to 3 touchdowns thrown in, a 300-yard game for him. But Reed and Musgrave is who I'm really feeling gets those this game. So I got a good amount of money left here. Can get anybody, and I probably would lean to St. Brown since, like I said, Detroit is very simple to me. Like, they want to run and throw little short throws so I think I am going to lean away from the big throw happening here and go to St. Brown. Just go to the safe option here. And since I know Reed is doing well, is what I'm thinking. Reed's doing well. Samori Torrey comes in for Reed. If he can do well, then I'm going to go with Torrey too, backing him up. You can also go with Brock Wright because, like I said, this team is going to throw a lot of little short yards throws. They do a lot of heavy sets, so it'll be Brock Wright will be in the game. But Torrey has been involved in like every game. And he's not going to be affected by Christian Watson coming in. It's all about him hitting. Like, he's had 3 targets. He's 3.8. Okay. It's not the greatest. I believe he got targeted though in the for a touchdown on one of these throws right here though. Like, I swear it was like one of these big throws. I know this 2 points only came for the 2-point conversion, but I thought he also had one like big play in there. He's supposed to play way better than what he's been playing. People thought he was going to outplay Reed. I never thought that. But I definitely know he's still going to get in the game. It's not going to be affected by like how Wicks or Malik Heath will if Christian Watson plays. Torrey is still going to get in for Reed. And he probably even has an easier matchup if Watson is in there, just like how Reed is going to benefit from it. So I can see Love just having a field day throwing the ball to these good weapons right here because of having his complete offensive back. But I do think, from the Detroit side, their 2 best weapons here still should be able to have good games. And if not Gibbs, on this lineup, could easily move up to Goff. Easily move up to just Goff having a good game, throwing to St. Brown. He's done it before. Usually if St. Brown's having a really good game, Goff is able to benefit from it. So if I thought somehow Gibbs is not producing, I would go to this, instead. So you can just move up, take Goff. He should be able to get some good points. I know, like I said, on the road, doesn't usually do as well, but this is a showdown, so these 14 points could be more needed than something that Gibbs comes short to having 14 points. So I don't mind doing that because so far we haven't even seen him get over 14 points. So like I said, but we just know he's in a great spot to be able to finally get over that 14 points. But those are the two lineups I would kind of go with. Like I said, I really like Love. Man, I feel like he's one of the best captains in this on this slate. He's the one that's producing consistently over 20s, man. I don't see why we wouldn't go with him. Like any other quarterback was doing this, we would be putting him at captain easily. But it's your boy J Star. Good luck, y'all. To win this showdown, man. I'm hoping I win this. It's my team, man. Playing. I should really be able to do good in this one. But good luck to all y'all, man. Hopefully this helps y'all. We're winning some big money. It's your boy J Star. Stay tuned. We got the final look for the week 4 slate. And then we also got to do the London game showdown 2 as well. So I almost forgot about that one, but then I got reminded about it. And then we have we got showdowns, of course, for Sunday night and Monday night. And then that's it, But good luck, y'all. Win this big bag of money, man. Boy J Star, and I'm out. Peace.